Yes, boys, what is going on? So recently I went to Japan with my friend Josh. We went there for like 9 days, little tourist thing, just looking about, getting to know the place, eating food, eating all of that, and just doing a bunch of stuff. So if you are interested in Japan, then you're probably gonna find this video interesting because it is about Japan. You're gonna learn at least 3 new things, right? You're supposed to learn something new every day. Watch this video, I promise you, you are gonna learn at least 3 new things. If you don't learn 3 new things from this video, you don't have to subscribe or like the video. That's the promise, right? But if you learn at least 3 new things from this video, or if you actually like the video, then like the video. Actually, you know what? Just like the video, it's free. It'll take 3 seconds and it will help me out a lot. I'm gonna give you 3 seconds. All right, so I'm gonna basically tell you the 10 things that I learned whilst I was in Japan. This is in no particular order, but the last one, yeah, thing number 10, this is like the most like, holy shit, the most like, wow, like, I did not know that. You know what I mean? The most like, so stick around for number 10. Number 1 is they do not cross the streets unless the green man says so. So if you're crossing the street in Japan, right, and there's no cars, 0 cars, 0 amount of cars are in the proximity of you. You cannot hear a car, see a car, feel a car. There's no cars, right? No one will cross the road. Like, they will just stand there and just wait for the red man, the green man. They will just wait. And you have to just wait as well. And I was freaked out. This freaked me the fuck out because I thought if I cross the road, am I gonna get arrested or something? Like, what's gonna happen if I cross the road? Like, it was very weird. It's weird, like even if you're not in a big city, like I was in like some non-big cities and there's no cars. I'm looking around and it's like, why is no one crossing the road? It's weird, I don't understand it, like it's very weird. Eventually I was like, fuck this shit, I'm just start crossing I ain't waiting around for things, you know what I'm saying? And it's weird that Japanese people are known for being on time because I don't know how you can be on time when you can't cross the road until fucking the green man says so. It's long. Thing number 2 is there's no bins. Which this doesn't make any sense because Japan is a very clean place. It's very clean, there's no rubbish anywhere, 0. Like you won't see a piece of gum. Josh said to me, he was like, have you seen a piece of gum? And I was like, to be honest with you, I don't look round for a piece of gum. But now that you said that, I am going to do so. And I did so, couldn't find any gum anywhere on the floor. It's a very clean place, but there's no bins. So I'm thinking, where do people put their rubbish? And I actually never seen a person put rubbish into a bin. So I'm curious, if you are Japanese and you live in Japan, please in the comments just write and tell me what you do with your rubbish. Very curious. Thing number 3, when you say TH, like you're supposed to have your tongue out and be like, I could never master that. You know what I mean? That was hard. You know what I'm saying? But I say thing with an F. Anyway, the 3rd thing that I learned is that Japan have elite level snacks. Like seriously, their snack game is high. I've seen things that I will never see again, and that kind of makes me a little bit sad. Dried mango in white chocolate. Yes, so good. But who makes up this shit? Coffee beans, roasted coffee beans in chocolate. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is madness. Their beef jerky was so well peppered, right? It was a peppered piece of jerky. It was just so good. The snacks are elite. They have these little triangle rice things with like salmon or chicken or tuna inside of it with like wrapped around in like seaweed. Madness. Like their snack game is elite. And wait, I need to give some respect, give a shout out to rice buns. Right, the rice buns in the counter, these hot ones, they had this one, right, this was a hard to find one, very difficult to find, it was not the most popular in Japan, but it was the best one by far. Maybe that's just my Caribbean heritage speaking now, but they had this curry chicken rice bun, yeah, but it had the same flavor as them Jamaican chicken patties, it had the same flavor, but it was in a rice bun, and it was in Japan. Like, how did they get the recipe? Do you know what I'm saying? The recipe must have leaked at some point, but it tasted good. Thing number 5. Thing number 5. This is crazy. So actually, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you it. All right, are you ready? I don't know if I can show this on YouTube. To be honest with you, I don't know if I can. So I'm not gonna show a lot of it, but because I posted a picture of the cover of this on my Instagram and Instagram deleted it, so I'm not gonna show the whole thing. But essentially, right, this is not a willy. this is a fake vagina, a fleshlight, I think they call it. I don't know why, because there's no light, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, it's a vagina, and you use it to masturbate. Instead of using your hand, you use a pussy. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I was scared to buy it at first because I've been trying to masturbate less, and I've done pretty good once a week. You know what I'm saying? Like every night, I treat myself. You know what I'm saying? If I've been a good boy, I'll treat myself to a masturbate. You know what I mean? And when I seen that, me and Josh went to a shop, and they had like VR. They had like VR porn, and we were trying to buy it, and the guy didn't speak any English. We didn't speak any Japanese, so he just got frustrated. He was telling us something that we didn't understand, and he got angry, and then I got scared. I was like, I have to buy something. I bought a pussy. And you can buy these in convenience stores. I'm not even joking. It was like a pharmacy convenience store. You can just buy a pussy in Japan. Crazy. I feel like we're on number 6. That's what I think. I could be wrong. Could have made a miscalculation somewhere along the way. However, number 6, I discovered the reason why you will see old Japanese men naked in change rooms in England, right? I discovered the reason. I know what you're thinking. If you go to the gym, you've been thinking the whole time that you've been going to the gym, you haven't been thinking, oh, I wonder, how much more muscle I'm gonna build, I wonder how strong, blah, blah, blah. You haven't been thinking about all of that. You've been thinking, why is it there's always a naked Japanese man with his little worm and his bush, and it needs to be shaved, and his bush just in the changing room, right? You've been thinking that. And you're thinking, why is he so confident? Why does he just stand there with one leg on a chair, just drying, doing that back to front thing where you know what I mean? Why is he doing that? And why does he take so long? And why is he just chilling naked? You've been thinking that, right? I know you have, because I've been thinking it too. Until now, because I discovered. In Japan, they have things called onsens. And an onsen is basically like a very old-fashioned, traditional thing, right? Like a spa, and you have to be naked, right? You must be naked, right? Butt naked. Saying dick out, flaps out, tits out, everything is out. And you just sit, and I think there's like just music in the background, no phone. You have to just relax. I think not out of phone, not out of anything. You just have to chill in like the baths, in like hot springs. There's a lot of hot springs in Japan. You just go there, chill, butt naked, sitting around with other people. I don't think you talk. I think you just relax. And it's like an ancient traditional thing. And we wanted to go, and we didn't. And I'll explain to you why in a minute. Number 8 or 7. I feel like it's 7. Backing off of my last point about the onsens and why we couldn't go. So in Japan, having tattoos is taboo. It is bad. Like tattoos are so bad. Like if you have a tattoo there, it's something to do with like there's a certain gang that started having tattoos, and now they're really big in Japan, and I think everyone has tattoos or something like that. So if you have a tattoo, they associate you with a gang, so they think you're in a gang. So I went to 3 gyms. All of them would not let me in because I had tattoos. You know what I'm saying? One of them, the guy was like, oh my God, you want a day pass? Today is your lucky day, we're actually giving away 3 day passes. I was like, wow, what a crazy coincidence. Walk into the change room, as I'm walking there, the woman goes, show my tattoos, so I had to leave. Anyway, yeah, so they wouldn't let us into the onsen because you can't go in there without tattoos. Okay, number 8, they have vending machines everywhere. Me and Josh, we hiked this mountain. We're in the middle of nowhere, and there was just a vending machine. I was like, okay, weird. They have vending machines everywhere. Very, very convenient. Do you know what I'm saying? But bossmans in England would stand up for that. Do you know what I'm saying? They'll be robbing these vending machines. They'll be fucking them up, because why go to a bossman's when you got a vending machine? You know what I mean? It's more convenient. Number 8, possibly 9. Maybe it's 8, maybe it's 9. I don't know. It's one of the two. Anyway, moving on. Sushi in Japan is good. However, 5 a.m. sushi is where things take a whole like next level stuff. So I was on the train going from the airport to like the city center, and this woman I got chatting to this woman, and she was just telling me how, like, if you're in Japan, you have to go 5 a.m. to the fish market and have sushi at 5 a.m. That is when the sushi is the best, because they just catch it, they bring it into the fish market, and they plate it up, and it's the best. They don't put it in the fridge, like, bam, it's just there. That's the best sushi you're gonna taste ever. You're in Japan, you're not only in Japan, you're in Japan in a fish market at 5 a.m. in the morning. And we did that first day. We woke up 5 a.m. in the morning, got there at 5:30 on the dot, sharp, ready. I was like, yo, I want eel, I want scampi, I want fish, I want everything you got, scallops, everything. Elite, do you know what I mean? Elite sushi. Soft, like the tuna, the bluefish tuna steak sushi, it melted on my tongue. Do you know what I'm saying? I put it on my tongue, it melted. I couldn't even bite into it. The thing melted on my tongue. It was craziness. So if you do want good sushi, go 5 a.m. to a fish market and have that sushi. On to number 9, okay? Number 9, this is like wow. This was one of the biggest wows, but the next wow is even more wow, but this was a very big wow. Do you know what I mean? Exclamation mark. The girls in Japan are so sexy. It's like, wow. You know what I'm saying? I always say, wow. It's like, wow. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, wow. I don't know how to describe it. Like, they're really pretty. They have really pretty eyes. This one is gonna swiftly move me on to my point number 10. So we went out for Halloween, and they were all wearing like these little outfits. Okay, I'll just say it, because I didn't want to give away the clue, but number 10 is anime and hentai. It's just like anime, hentai, like anime is so big over there, it's dominated the scene. So much so that on Halloween, it was just girls dressed up in like nurse outfits, schoolgirls, like it was just like sex stuff. It was like very arousing. Like they wear that, and it's because of anime. And I'm gonna say this, yeah, if you watch anime or hentai, then you need medication, because that is weird. I don't know a lot about anime, so maybe I'm slightly wrong, but from what I've seen, from like some of the TVs I've seen with anime, the posters, the way the girls are dressing, they have like fake big tits, which is crazy because Japanese girls don't really have big tits, but on anime they do, and they're like sexualized as fuck, but it's like a cartoon. It's like, why are you sexualizing a cartoon? Do you know what I mean? Last time I watched cartoons, it was on Cartoon Network, which ain't even about anymore. Rest in peace to Cartoon Network, yeah? And it was like Dexter and things like this, and I'm like, why she got tits out? Why is her skirt so short? She needs a larger skirt. She bought the wrong size, and she's wearing it still, and her tits are out, and she's like a cartoon, and she's 12. Is she 12? Why is this a thing? And then they've got porn. They've made porn out of this because it was so sexualized. They've now got porn, and it's hentai. It's like, what happened to just a woman? Like, when did a woman not become enough that you had to make a fake woman and fucking fake pussies? Like, why are we doing this? This is weird. So if you are into anime and hentai, you need to stop it now. You need to stop that shit. That is weird. You need to speak to someone, a specialist. Do you know what I'm saying? Saying that, I still have this. You know what I mean? But anyway. So those are the 10 things that I learned when I was in Japan. Overall, it was an amazing experience. One of the countries where you're there and it's so different to anywhere, like you feel as if it's not really been influenced by the Western culture very much, like a little bit. There's a McDonald's, there is a Burger King, there are some American influences and things, but like English influences, not really. And just as a whole, you feel like you're on the other side of the world, which is good because you are literally on the other side of the world. So it's funny how that works out. Anyway, if you want to go to Japan, then be aware of these 10 things, because to me they're very interesting. And remember, if you did not know 3 of them, you have to like the video. So if you've not yet liked the video, then like the video. If you've been to Japan and there's something else that I probably missed on this list, then below write it, because I'm either going to know about it or I'm not going to know about it. I don't know a lot about Japan. I was only there for 9 days. But anyway, make sure to subscribe, because I'm going to be on this thing, yeah? I'm going to be making a lot of videos. I'm going to try and do 2 a week. So subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you next time.